Alright guys, so let's play some Bowser's Fury. The big new mode we've all been waiting for with the 3D World port to the Nintendo Switch. In this video, I'm planning on getting all of the shines in First Step Island. Now, of course, those of you who've already played this know that you can't get them all right away, unfortunately, so yeah, there's going to kind of be a little skipping around here and there, but we're going to cover all 5 shines, and I'll go into detail on kind of how to get them, along with the introduction cutscenes here. So, you know, one thing I do have to say is that the loading times for this game are surprisingly long. You know, I'm not even exaggerating with that. But then again, it's a huge world, so that kind of makes sense. You know, I'm really getting some 3D land and kind of 3D world vibes here, which makes sense because it's a part of 3D world. I'm also getting some sunshine vibes here too with all the ink. It would be so cool is if this game actually had flood in it. And look, it's got the same M from Mario Sunshine 2. That is such a nice reference. And Mario fell into the puddle of ink. That's what happens when you crack the world's largest pen. I guess Bowser got his hands on it first, though. Alright. So you just gotta jump out of that. And you're kind of brought with an introduction similar to Mario Odyssey, actually, kind of where you have to look around to wake Mario up in the Cap Kingdom. So I'm already liking this. Looks like in the distance, looks like our first cat shine, but oh shoot, Bowser's awake! Oh shoot! Hold on, let's see. Get up here. Alright, sick dives. Sick dives. Alright, let's... So we gotta be careful. Make him breathe fire all over these bricks. Man, I wouldn't want to be around this guy pissed off. He could probably cook me a nice steak dinner. Maybe I should ask him to do that. Because if he's got a blaze hot enough to destroy rocks, then, you know, that's a pretty darn serious blaze. Alright, but here we got the make the lighthouse shine. But anyway, going back to my steak, I just realized he's probably going to burn it. I like my steaks medium. How do you like your steaks, guys? I don't know, tell me in the comments. But yeah, I have a feeling Bowser would overcook my steak. Okay, that is such a cool 8-bit sprite right there of Fury Bowser. Like you can just tell, you can just feel the anger in him, even though it kind of looks like he's smiling. Come to think of it. But here we have First Step Island unfurled right in front of our very eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, is that Bowser Jr. down there? Looks like it is. Oh, come on, I wanted a long jump. That was a long jump gone wrong right there, guys. If that's a good example as any. Alright, why is he throwing a tantrum? Whoa. Bowser Jr., you are quite the artist. I gotta give you that. Dang! Just covering the canvas made that. Man, I really underestimated Bowser Jr.'s art skills. But then again, when are we ever given the chance to really think about them? I mean, I guess in Yoshi's Woolly World, because it's like craftsy. I don't know. Not really, but anyway. Okay, can we just talk about how Mario is just like, you think I'm falling for this crappy little turd? And then all of a sudden he gives in. Because Mario is just such a nice guy, he's even willing to help out his enemies. You know what? Good for him. Alright, we're gonna make sure Bowser Jr. doesn't help us at all. We don't need his help. He's just gonna come along for the ride. I can take care of these enemies. I'll be honest, I don't know what exactly Bowser Jr. does with help. Alright, well next up we're gonna get the second shine here, which I think he actually paints the things on his own if you let him help. But here, all you gotta do is point the Bowser Jr. cursor and he'll paint a picture on the ship right here. And keep in mind, this is after you beat the Bowser after 50 shines. As you saw, I had 54 shines just now, going on 55 because of that. So you will have to wait to get the rest of these shines over here. Alright, but that's the second one. And now we're going to the third shine. Fury Shadow on deck. So this one is like, it's almost like Shadow Mario, but this time it's Shadow Luigi. And luckily enough, projectiles actually count as a hit for Shadow Luigi. That's why I like using the boomerang, because if you get it, like, if you're on just the right angle, you might be able to get 2 hits out of him with the boomerang. But of course, it all just comes down to speed and timing. I can't recall ever being able to pull it off, I'll be honest, but I think it's possible. Alright, I'm gonna switch to the Fire Flower, because we get longer, because those will actually go down. See if we can hit him from up top, but he's too close. Man, always 1 step ahead. Actually, more like 20 steps ahead. Okay, there we go. Now we're on hit 2. Turns into a spike ball. Wonder where they got that idea from. Spike ball. Why would you ground pound there, dude? Maybe he meant a long jump. Maybe he's mocking me for my long jump gone wrong from before. You know what? I bet that's what it is. But anyway, 3 hits later, Shadow Luigi is down, and you got the third shine. Alright. Here, I was planning on moving on to a different level with Plessy, but I had to stop recording. Alright, now we're going to get the 4th shine, which is 5 cat shards. Now, I just collected these throughout, so this is just kind of a compilation of those clips, so obviously you'll see I have more or less shines throughout this portion. So the first one is actually right behind you on the big cat stone, from kind of where you start. That's where the first cat shard is. And the second one is actually in kind of an annoying spot, I'm not gonna lie to you. The second cat shard is actually on top of one of the masts of the boat. Let me just take care of that Goomba real quick. So I spared you the agony of watching my like 4 or 5 failed attempts to climb up here. But once you get the right angle, you can make it up to the top, on top of the mast here, or on top of the posts. And there is your second cat shard. And now the third one, well actually this isn't going to be the third one, this is actually going to be the 4th one, I believe. I'm getting all of them though, just not in order. Okay, yeah, that was the 4th one. Bowser's nose in the ship on the side. Come on, let's get up here. It's always kind of annoying getting back up after that, especially with the Goomba there just pestering you. But then again, it's just a Goomba. Alright, so the 5th cat shard is on top of these Goomba stacks, or on top of that one. And then now for the 3rd cat shard. You might notice on the side of the boat over there, there is a little indenting. And that is where the 3rd cat shard is, which in this case is the last one we need to get all 5. Now, I actually recommend you get them in this order because it's kind of progressing, you know, because the water is probably the last place you want to be because it's slow to get out of. And Plessy's right there, so once you kind of get that shine, you can move on to another island if you want, just for easier speed, but of course it doesn't really matter what order you get them in. Alright, and then now for the last shine. Hold on, let me stop recording. Alright, there we go. The last shine is just simply blast the Fury blocks. And you might be thinking, oh, well, didn't we do that for the first shine? Yes, but there's still more. So we have this set of Fury blocks right here to break as well. Now, for those of you who didn't know this, you can actually use the Bowser amiibo to bring Fury Bowser out early, which is very useful, especially in a case like this where Fury Bowser was not ready to come out yet, and you just don't want to spend there, you know, sit there waiting. You can just bring him out right away to break the Fury blocks for all the Blast the Fury block shines. And with that shine out of the way, that pretty much wraps up all of the First Step Island shines. We got all 5 of them right here, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I wanted to take a moment to thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you found this helpful.